Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're taking a look at Golgari Strip Mine deck in Thomas format. So basically the idea with this deck is just going to be getting strip mines over and over again and then blowing up opponents' lands. And the way we do that is through this card called a Wary Zone Guard, which is a 3-mana 3/3 that says this creature enters tap, and at the beginning of your second main phase, if this creature is tapped, return up to one target land from your graveyard onto the battlefield, and this creature gets +1/+1. So it's a threat that just keeps becoming bigger and bigger every single turn. But at the same time, if the strip mine's already in the graveyard, you can just keep grabbing it over and over again, which is kind of insane. So that is going to be our primary goal with this card. And to double down on land destruction, we also have Zoing Microspawn to get a strip mine. And we also play one copy of an Icestill Explorer, which is a new card from Edge of Eternities. It's also a 4-mana card that lets you play an additional land on each of your turn. And you may also play lands from your graveyard, which means if you haven't played a land this turn, you could just strip mine twice in a single turn. And better yet, if you also have a Wary Zone Guard at the same time, strip mine twice and then Wary Zone Guard triggers, and then you can get back the strip mine again. It's actually insane. And what's really cool is because the Icestill Explorer also has a landfall trigger that says whenever a land you control enters, mill a card. So that means if you have Nethergoyf at the same time, that is going to constantly grow as well. So in our deck, we have a creature, instant speed, sorcery card, artifact, enchantment, and a land, which is going to grow the Nethergoyf quite a bit. And we also have additional mill card in form of Witherbloom Command, which can also fetch a strip mine as well. So I'm kind of excited to try this deck out. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas Special 3 to show you guys what the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright, let's take a look at this deck today. No strip mines. No strip mines. Feels bad, man. Steam Vent. Into a Ragavan. Okay. I feel like against this deck, you want to value the Nethergoyf, I think. I'm just gonna try to block with that. If that doesn't work, that's fine. We have Witherbloom Command plus we can go either one of these. Yep. No, my strip mine. My strip mine. Okay, Orcish Bowmaster was a fantastic draw. I could have gone Witherbloom Command as well, but the problem with this play is they could have another Ragavan. Delver of Secret. Delver of Secret. What to do? Destroy target non-creature, non-permanent, and -1. So opponent could have a Spell Pierce. Okay, they don't. It was another Lightning Bolt. So I think spot removal is gonna be a lot better in this matchup than a board wipe, in my opinion. Non-Tuco. Hearse. I guess Hearse could be useful. Blood Moon. They could have a Blood Moon. Okay, I'm just gonna sideboard out Non-Tucos then. Strip Mine. Okay, it's a Strip Mine War. It is a Strip Mine War. Let's see what my opponent does. They're gonna blow up my strip mine? Okay, sure. Turn 1 didn't happen at all, right? Turn 1 didn't happen at all. Ragavan. Another Goyf is a 2/3. Which is honestly a little bit of a shame because if it was a 3/4, then I'd be more confident. I think I'm gonna play around the Blood Moon. I should block, honestly. So our Nether Goyf is a 3/4, which is a lot harder to kill for opponent there. I might just play this out. Dragon Ray Chandler. I could try to go for Once Upon a Time so that I can potentially guarantee myself getting to Weary Zone Guard, but I don't know. I feel like we just Orcish Bowmaster, honestly. Or I mean, and we'll see. Another Dragon Ray Chandler. So we are in need of a Fatal Push, huh? We are in need of a Fatal Push. Might actually lose to these Dragon Ray Chandlers. Got no Fatal Push. Got no Fatal Push. I think we just go to next game. It was my fault not bringing Unlicensed Hearse this game. Maybe we don't even care about Force of Vigor. Boom. Okay, Strip Mine, Strip Mine. Very good, very good. Delver of Secret. So I think I might just go Strip Mine into... Okay, never mind. I mean... So do that. Strip Mine. Play Deathray Shaman. Well, well, well. Strip Mine the Strip Mine. Land off the top. Oh, it's a tap land. The Wary Zone Guard is not going to be active here. Chrome Mox. So one there. We'll get two there. So Mana Drain's not going to be active. Spell Pierce. Bum bum bum. Get rid of that. Oh, Strip Mine again. So I'm gonna like force them to fetch. Eat you. Play the Wary Zone Guard. Get back a Strip Mine. Get rid of that. Ha! What a game. What a game. Alright, we have a Strip Mine again, and we have a Wary Zone Guard. Very nice. I guess we're shocking in. Monastery Swips here. Into a bauble. Crack immediately. Okay, so here's a question. Am I using this once upon a time, or am I using it for Chrome Mox? I feel like I might be using it for Chrome Mox here. That's a pretty good one. Still a 2-3 though, which is a bit unfortunate actually. This way we put a Strip Mine in the graveyard, and opponent also uses a Lightning Bolt on the Netherglyph, and then we're going to draw a land, and then we're going to Chrome Mox into a Once Upon a Time, and then play Wary Zone Guard, get back a Strip Mine, blow up their land, you know? We have set up the Exodia. We just need to draw a land here. Land me, land me, land me. No. Fine. I think we still have to grab a Overgrown Tomb. That was it. That was a winning play there. We just didn't draw it. Didn't draw the land. What's going on? Ooh, a better card. Actually, this is better. Because this is gonna snowball, right? Yeah, that's kind of a scary one. I should probably grab a forest. So I can't attack with this because the +1/+1 we get after. Okay, opponent, stop drawing lands! Stop drawing lands! I guess in like circumstances like this, like you kind of want to have like a blast zone potentially. I didn't initially add the blast zone because this deck actually plays a lot of 1-mana cards. So that was the reason. Okay. I don't think we can die here. Right, GG's. We go to next game. 2 Dragon Ray Challenger decks in a row. Interesting. Definitely want some licensors. Probably for Nantuko here. Maybe double Toxic Deluge, but I'm also not sure about this one. I think I'm just gonna go. So, but Thoughtseize, oh, Thoughtseize, we probably don't want that, honestly. I forgot to sideboard this out. Taking damage for no reason. The opponent has 1 lander. Pretty insane. So we destroy non-creature, non-land permanent, and probably get back a strip mine. I could also drain life. I think I'm just going to do this. The opponent finds a land. Unholy Heat immediately. I think I'm just gonna keep strip mining, honestly. Because opponent missed a land turn 2, right? So they have to keep top decking a land. Oh my god. Stop! Stop top decking a land! I'm gonna die to this. Never mind. Never mind. Oh my god, what? Where does it stop? I'm actually gonna die. I need some removal spell or something other than this Thoughtseize, honestly. That's insane, by the way. My opponent basically drew land, land, land. For the last, like, 5 turns or something. That's kind of insane. Right? That's kind of insane. I feel like I can't actually crack this. Because I would need to play this next turn. Alright. That's actually insane. Okay, opponent. That was pretty insane of you. I don't know how you did that. Infinite lands opponent. So this is gonna be a 2-3, right? I mean, that's okay, I think. Deathray Shaman or a land. I guess that would be a good reason to play Deathray Shaman right now instead of another Nethergoyf. Because I don't want this to get zapped, and I just want this card to be like a blocker forever, you know? Okay, so that's a 2-3. I think we might have won the game. That's so nasty, by the way. Oh my god. That was too filthy. What is that? That was so filthy. Short. No strip mines, which is a little bit suspicious, but we'll see. We can still ramp a lot with the Weary Zone Guard. Boom. Watery Grave. Oh, that's kind of awkward. That's funny. Because I just had to exile, right? I mean, I think that's still good. It's still a 4-4, you know? I feel like that's not bad. Emperor Bones. Sure. Any strip mines? I need a strip mine. I need a strip mine. So, I mean, I guess I can just play this out. Why not? Let us strand. So this is a Emperor Bones combo deck, probably. let them eat that? I think I'm just gonna eat that. So opponent topped. Any strip mines, any strip mines. That's another Deathray Shaman. I mean, I feel like Deathray Shaman is going to win in this matchup, isn't it? Alright, short. We are ramping so much. Yeah, honestly, the Nethergoyf wasn't really doing much. Well, I guess Deathray Shaman doesn't have that much target anymore, so we're just gonna crack this Verdant Catacomb. Grab another land. Hey, there's that strip mine. There's that strip mine. Tainted Indulgence. In response. Alright. GG's. We go to next one. So, opponent's playing Reanimator. Unlicensed Hearse. Duress. I guess the Witherbloom command doesn't really hit anything. And it seems like the Bowmaster is really good in this matchup. I had to cut 2 more cards. It could honestly be like a copy of a Sowing Mic with Spawn and... Yeah, maybe I cut 2 copies of a Sowing Mic with Spawn in this matchup. Alright, so... I am not sure if this is a good hand, but... If I can find with the Once Upon a Time, either Deathray Shaman or a Strip Mine, this could become a decent hand, basically. I'm gonna cast this now since I could get Deathray Shaman. It was a Meticulous Archive. So we did get a Deathray Shaman. They're playing a Waterlock Teaching. I should have actually played the Wooded Foothill, by the way, instead of the Verdant Catacomb in case opponent plays a Harbinger. So I can save the Verdant Catacomb for fetching a Swamp. But we'll see. So this is not a good sign if opponent's playing Waterlogged Teaching. Doesn't that mean opponent just has, like, a show and tell? Right? So we'll leave a Deathray Shaman bag with the Orcish Bowmaster. Underground Mortuary. All non-land permanents with mana value 1 or less. Okay. So they already played a land, so I'm just going to Orcish Bowmaster here. I do wonder what the stop is. It could be surgical, potentially. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards opponent having a surgical here. I'm going to duplicate the Orcish Bowmaster here. Oh, wow, never mind. I'm actually not going to. Never mind. Let us thought seize you. So let's see what the stop is. Why the stop is even there. It was a solitude. It was a solitude. Okay. Okay. So I mean, if opponent drew a 1-mana card, ooh, what a find. What a find. Speaking of find, what a find. So we take opponent off of another white mana, like so. And we pass. So I guess Sowing Myco spawn Ice Till or Wary Zone Guard Waiting Room, right? Okay, that's 100% okay with me. I'll take that. Imagine top decking an Ice Till here. That would be insane. Nethergoyf, what a pickup. That is a 4/5. That's a really good find, actually. Because now they could potentially get another Reanimate that way. I think that was Reanimate. Pretty crazy. Gotta find something good. Oh, wow. That is a good card, isn't it? That is a good card, isn't it? So we'll put opponent off of that. They found another land. Really? You're gonna attack? When I have a Wary Zone guard? Don't you want to block that? I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, let's see what they fetch. It was a shadowy backstreet. Attack. Grab a strip mine. Blow that up. I could play this Orcish Bowmaster, but I think I'd rather not. Because opponent's top decking at the moment. Boom. My turn. Attack, attack. I should probably blow up that land. Right, GG's. Land destruction complete. Wary Zone guard. We do have a Sowing Micro spawn. This is not that great, but we'll see. We can like Wary Zone guard into grabbing another land so we can play the Sowing Micro spawn in the future, hopefully. We'll see. It seems like opponent has a Solitude. That's what I'm getting at here. Yep. So we do need a land here. I'm just gonna sit back because this could be like an Oslo Pride turn. Was another Guide of Soul. Could still be an Oslo Pride. Bum bum bum. Okay, I think I still do need to Fatal Push here in case I draw a land. It was not a land. Might lose this one. I think that was a pretty important turn for me to draw a land there. So we're like 2 turns behind on the Sowing Micro spawn. Now we're 3 turns behind. Might just be dead. We did get a strip mine, which is actually kind of sick. Opponent has another Solitude in hand. That's unlucky. Double Solitude. Double Solitude. Okay, they made a mistake. They should have attacked with the Assault Pride. This might be pretty good for me if I can draw land here. Hmm. We're missing our like critical turns. Okay, Nantuko out. We're gonna bring in 3 Toxic Deluges and 2 Disruptor Flutes. These are all great cards. We have a lot of removals for opponent's creatures. I think Thought Seizes can probably go out. I feel like this hand isn't very good, but we have a bunch of Fatal Pushes for early game turns into Sowing Microspawn, so I'm a bit hopeful, you know? Why did they bring that? Interesting. Yeah, of all the things that they could have actually brought, they brought Angel of Dawn? Kind of interesting. Oh, right. We're gonna go with the Sowing Microspawn. Get rid of an Ancient Tomb. It's a Felia. That's really bad. Okay, they didn't have the warp card, so that's really good for me. That would have been really... That would have been actually a tragedy, by the way. I mean, not that I have anything right now in my hand. Which is not very good. Choose a white creature card in your hand. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have even done that. I don't know. So I do think one of these is potentially Solitude. Okay. We're drawing a lot of lands. Okay, Witherbloom Command was a pretty good draw here. I could get rid of both of these, or I could get rid of Chrome Mox and a land. I think I'm gonna try to get rid of a Chrome Mox and a land. Seems like this last card is a swords. So there's 8 lands left in the deck. Toxic Deluge would be a pretty good draw here. Might be dead, actually. Yeah, we're dead. GG's. Worry Zone Guard. Oscillate Pride. Seems like we have to probably get rid of that. Right? And then we ramp with the Worry Zone Guard into Micro Spawn, grab a Strip Mine. Oh wow, Ephemerate. Let's see. The problem is we have to race this, right? Can we even race that? Can we even race this? I guess if I'm gonna race it, it'd have to be something like this. We do have a Soldier's Edict in the deck, so... I mean, I don't know, potentially. Potentially... Might be a little bit too late, though. Yeah, the thing is, like, they're gaining so much life. We need... I mean, I could potentially get life with this thing. Drain 2. But that doesn't change the clock at all, actually. Bit sad. So we would go to 8. That could save me. There's 1. That does kind of change the clock a little bit. Nine, 10, 11. I think we won. Drain. Destroy. They would need extra turn here, right? Wow. Might actually win the game. That's kind of crazy. Opponent surrendered. Okay. Thank you very much, opponent. That was a good game. Right, so we took a look at this deck today. The score wasn't, anything that great. Like, it was like 4-3. It had a really strong start, and then it started like falling off at the end, like towards the end. I think the Ice Tail Explorer is a bit of a meme. Like, you don't need this, in my opinion. But it could just be the deck as well. We're only playing Strip Mines and no Ancient Tomb. Potentially, this deck wants to play Ancient Tomb as well, because we're working with 4 copies of Sowing Microspawn. That could have been a problem. And the Spring Heart Nantuko wasn't that great either. The only reason why this card was initially even in this deck was because of the Nethergoyf. So we have a creature, instant speed, sorcery, artifact, enchantment, and land. So that was kind of the reason why the Nantuko was even considered, because it was an enchantment creature. But overall, like, the Nethergoyf was actually just way too difficult to actually grow in this deck. I think you might want to consider something like a Malevolent Rumble or even something like a Belmerk. But honestly, I think the biggest issue with the deck might actually just be the fact that we're playing black. I think the better color pairing could have actually been green and white, because if you look at the combo decks out there, the black just isn't good enough to actually like stop combos, in my opinion. And at the same time, the black removal spells are just so bad. The meta has kind of evolved into just mulligan until you see Dark Ritual and into Sorin again recently. The black decks just, I don't think it's gonna work anymore. The best cyber cards against those kind of decks are gonna be from white. White removal spells are just way better. And at the same time, like against Show and Tell, like they play things like Veil of Summer, so Thoughtseize isn't even good. I think the next time I try something like this, maybe I'm gonna try like Selesnya. One thing's for sure though, I think the big takeaway is that Weary's Own Guard is an insane card. I think this card is an insane card. Ice Tail Explorer, on the other hand, kind of mediocre. To the point, like, unnecessary. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.